Hadith when the Prophet ﷺ wrote a letter to Heraclius, the king of Sham or Romans, and subhanallah, at that time Abu Sufyan was there and he was kafir at that time with some people from Quraysh. So when he received the letter from the Prophet ﷺ inviting him to Islam, what did he do? He asked, is there anyone here from Quraysh? Then Abu Sufyan said yes. Then he started to ask him. So قال فقلت أبو سفيان said فأجلسوني بين يديه يعني أمامه وأجلس أصحابي خلفي ثم دعا بترجمانه فقال له قل لهم إني سائل هذا عن الرجل الذي يزعم أنه نبي عليه الصلاة والسلام فإن كذبني فكذبوه. فقال أبو سفيان ويم الله لولا مخافة أن يؤثر علي الكذب لكذبت. So here the king Heraclius, he seated us before him and said, which of you is closest in kinship to this man who claims that he is a prophet? Abu Sufyan said, me. Abu Sufyan was the closest person regarding the relative, as a relative kinship to the Prophet Muhammad. So he seated Abu Sufyan in front of him and the friends of Abu Sufyan behind him. Okay? So Abu Sufyan is saying he seated me in front of him and my companions sat behind me. Then he called the interpreter, translator, and he said to him, tell them that I'm going to ask this man, Abu Sufyan, about who claims that he is a prophet. And if he tells me a lie, let them from the back refute him. Like say he's saying a lie. Okay? So Abu Sufyan said, Wallahi, were it not for the fear that people would say that I lied, I would have lied. This is kuffar. Like in the West now, you know, CNN, BBC, amazing. Like professional liars. Professional liars. Devil is controlling this. So they are hiding the truth and they are showing other side, and even they are fabricating a lot just to pass their agendas. So anyhow, these people, they don't have standards, or they don't have real ethics and manners. Once it comes to fight against the deen, they will fight. They will do anything. They will lie, they will kill, they will cheat, they will deceive, they will do anything. So same even Abu Sufyan. From the Arabs and the Arabs in the past, you know, lying is a very big shame. Very big shame. Just once in your life, you lie in front of people, khalas, they will mark. This person is a liar, khalas, don't deal with him. So Abu Sufyan said, what to do? They were behind me, so I was afraid they are going to say any lie, that this is a lie. Then ثم قال ترجماني يسأله, okay, we will read in English because it's long, so let's read the English. قال, then he said to his interpreter, ask him, what is the Prophet's lineage among you? What is the nasab, the Prophet ﷺ, among you? Abu Sufyan said, he is of good lineage among us. So this is, look how Heraclius, he is asking to distinguish, this is the real prophet or no. So he asked about the lineage. Is this coming from good lineage? So Abu Sufyan said, yes, it's coming from very good lineage. Then he said, was there any king among his forefathers? Maybe if there is a king from his grandfathers, so maybe Muhammad ﷺ is looking for what? King. To return back his kingdom of his parents, grandparents. So Abu Sufyan said, no. None of his forefathers, they were kings. Then he said, Heraclius, did you ever accuse him of lying before he said what he said? Did you ever before the Prophet ﷺ reached 40 years and say, I am a prophet? Before that, anyone in Mecca used to accuse him or even once accuse him that he's a liar? So Abu Sufyan said, no, it never happened. Muhammad ﷺ, we call him As-Sadiq Al-Amin. He didn't say that. This was his name, right? His title, right? As-Sadiq, what is Sadiq? The truthful. Al-Amin, the trustworthy. This is before Islam, not after Islam. So then, he said, who are his followers? This is an important question. Heraclius is asking Abu Sufyan, who are those who followed him, believed in him? So he clarified, Heraclius, are they the nobles among the people or the lowly, the rich or the poor? Who is following him? Okay, so Abu Sufyan said, the lowly, they are following him. The poor people, they are following Muhammad. And this is, for every prophet comes, who are his majority of followers from whom? From the poor. So this was also confirming in the mind of Heraclius that this is a real prophet, because if he was not the real prophet, maybe he will make some good prestige and try to go for the high classy people to take some benefits in this dunya. Yeah, support or money or position or authority like this, right? But no, the poor people following him. Then he said, Heraclius, are they increasing in number or decreasing? The followers. Abu Sufyan said, they are increasing. Maybe inside him saying, unfortunately, they are increasing. Then Heraclius said, have any of them turned away from his religion after entering it out of dissatisfaction? Any of these followers, they turned away, they left Islam, they became murtad out of dissatisfaction? Abu Sufyan said, no, none has returned back after he became his follower. Heraclius said, have you fought him? Any fight happened between you and him? Abu Sufyan said, yes. He said, how was your fighting with him? Abu Sufyan said, the war between us goes by turns. Sometimes he prevails over us, and sometimes we prevail over him. So one day we defeated him like Uhud, and sometimes he defeated us like Badr and Ahzab and like this. He said, does he act treacherously? I said, no. Okay. Then, I said, no. Abu Sufyan said, no. But we have recently concluded a truce with him, and we do not know what he will do. SubhanAllah. Look, Abu Sufyan, what he's saying. Here, Heraclius, he was asking him about what? That is he trying to deal with you, he's breaking his promise with you, something like this. So Abu Sufyan said, actually no, he is not. He is not breaking the promise, he's keeping his promise. But what he said is what? We have now a truce with him. Truce is the peace treaty. And we don't know what he will do. Abu Sufyan after that said, by Allah, I couldn't say anything more than that. Like, this is the only negative thing I could say, that we don't know what he is going to do. Only this is what he could say. He wanted to say anything negative more, but he couldn't find, he cannot. He's trying to say the truth, but the only thing is speak about future. He is not breaking his promise, but we don't know what he's going to do. Heraclius said, has anyone said such a thing before him? Like anyone came and saying, worship one God and bringing this Quran like this? Abu Sufyan said, no. He said to his interpreter, Heraclius said to the interpreter, tell him, I asked you about his lineage, and you said that he is of good lineage among you. Such are the messengers who are sent from the best lineages of their people. I asked Was there any king among his forefathers? And you said, no. If there had been any king among his forefathers, I would have said that he was a man seeking the kingdom of his forefathers. I asked about his followers, whether they were lowly or noble, and you said they were lowly. Such are the followers of the messengers. I asked you whether you accused him of lying before he said what he said, and you said no. I knew that if he did not tell lies about people, he would not tell lies about Allah. MashaAllah. I asked you whether anyone had turned away from his religion after entering it out of dissatisfaction with it, and you said no. Such is faith when it penetrates deeply into the heart. This is Heraclius is saying. Christian is saying this is faith when it penetrates deeply into the heart. I asked whether they are increasing in number or decreasing, and you said that they are increasing. Such is faith until it prevails. I asked you whether you have fought them, and you said that you have fought them, and the war between you and him goes by turns. Sometimes he defeats you and sometimes you defeat him. Thus the messengers are tested, but ultimately the victory is theirs. I asked you whether he acts treacherously. Where's the English teachers? Where's Asad? Brother Suhail.
First time to hear.
Treacherously.
Treacherously.
Yeah.
What is this?
Giving.
Treasure? From treasure?
Giving.
No, it seems like breaking promises.
Betraying.
Yeah, from betray. Yes, yes. Jazakallah khair. I asked you whether anyone. So you said that he does not act treacherously. Such are the messengers. They do not act treacherously. I asked you whether anyone had said such a thing before, and you said no. I thought that if anyone had said such a thing before, he would be a man was following what was said before. Then he said, what does he enjoin upon you? What does he order you? This Prophet ﷺ. Abu Sufyan said, he enjoins us to pray, give zakah, uphold ties of kinship, remain chaste, away from zina and this. He said, if what you say about him is true, then he is a prophet. I knew that he would appear, but I do not think that he would be from among you, like from Arabs. If I knew that I would be able to reach him safely, I would like to meet him, and if I were with him, I would wash his feet. Allahu Akbar. The king, the Christian king is saying, if I would able to meet him, I would what? Wash his feet. Sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Because this was a true Christian, following the true Christianity. So they have in their book what? That there is a prophet is coming called, his name is Ahmad. You have to believe in him. So his dominion will most certainly reach that which is beneath my feet. Allahu Akbar. He's saying he is going to have state, he is going to have victory, and it will reach where? Beneath my feet. He knew it. Heraclius. He knew that Muhammad ﷺ is coming with the true religion, end of this dunya, and he is going to rule or dominate all this. Yeah. The rest of the hadith, let's take it tomorrow, inshallah. Still, one part we will know the story tomorrow. Jazakumullah khairan.